Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you. My name's KP and today we're going to attempt to outline my very first novel. Alright, I suppose I should give a little bit of background before I start so that you're all caught up with me. I wanted to start writing a novel this summer because I love reading and I've always enjoyed writing too. Plus, I wanted to challenge myself to try new things this summer. And if you haven't watched my 90-day YouTube challenge video, please consider checking that out so you can follow along with my 3-month mission. One of my goals during this challenge is to write at least 10,000 words of the first draft of my story this summer, because the average number of words in a standard novel is about 50,000, so I would be about 1/5 of the way there. Now that we're all on the same page, let's get into it. The first thing I did was grab a notebook and start writing down all sorts of ideas I had for my book so that I don't ever forget them. I also heard that it's easier to organize your thoughts when they're written down. Next, I opened up a blank document on Google Docs so that I could transfer the important information into different tabs so that I know exactly where everything is. Then I began filling out extra details like the appearance of characters, some of the backstory, and even environmental details. This process was very fun to do and pretty easy as well because it felt like one idea led to another, and I really enjoyed seeing my story unfold and come to life. After that, I created the main points of my roadmap so that I knew exactly where I wanted the most important events to take place so that I kept my entire story in order. These are the tabs I created to sort out all my ideas. The first one is just a brain dump. It's what I use to get all my thoughts out. And then the second one, that's my main character. Her name's Eloise. The third tab is my main character's best friend. Her name is Sage. And then the fourth is her parents. I still have to make a tab for Eloise's mom, but I'll get there eventually. Then I created a section for the backstory to include a couple of extra details that I might need later. The story events in order was my way of naming my roadmap. Last but not least, I included some more details about the environment and the town. After all of that hard work, I decided it was time for a break, and I made myself a piece of toast and did some reading. Once I was finished, I wanted to do something a little bit more fun, so I created a mood board for my novel to help keep me motivated. I also made an album to listen to while I brainstorm and write. If you want to hear it, you can find it on Spotify. It's called Novel Vibes. Now I want to tell you a little bit about my story. As I said earlier, my main character's name is Eloise. Elle and her mother moved into the small town that I created called Shadow Hills in Pennington, Minnesota. They learned to survive in an old beat-up house that appears to be ready to crumble at any minute. Sage has been Eloise's best friend for 2 years since they both moved into the town. I wanted to incorporate things that I don't know about in this book, so I decided to write about some Native American religion and traditions. Sage's family is traditional because her mother does not want the Indian heritage that they have to go extinct. One significant part of this book is the power of fire. In Native American culture, fire is used to purify and drive out negativity. So in this book, the girls will experience the positives and the negatives of fire. I don't want to give too much of this away too soon, and this definitely isn't the final product because I haven't mentioned the plot-changing twist I added that will turn this book into a must-read. But I will say that this is going to be a super fun project to work on, and I wanted to give you a very small taste of the magic. If you're interested in my book, or if you love writing too, stay tuned for more because I'm going to be posting more about my progress as I develop my story. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video so you don't miss the next one, and let me know in the comments what you thought of my book. Make sure to hit that like button too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!